Well, it's that time of year again. The time of year when the leaves turn brown, there's a crisp cold in the air, and teachers give you an ungodly amount of work. Amongst that work was my most recent project, Aberration. For the film, I decided to try and focus on learning lighting more, mostly because my lighting has been worse than the food at Palms. So sit back, relax, and get ready to learn what I taught myself this semester. I had to decide what scene to use for my film, such as the one where someone gets violently murdered with a camera.
What are you doing? What's that?
Instead, I went with a living room scene. For this lighting, I wanted it to come off as natural. I used 3 LED lights that I rented from the all-powerful Scott Binky. To be precise, I used 3 lights, not 3-point lighting. Throw that away if you want anything to look natural, or at least not a Hallmark movie. If you're afraid of going against this rule, then don't take my advice. Seriously, please don't. Take it from the king of cinematography, Roger Deakins. He said on his podcast, "It's the image you have in your head. That's more important than the technique." Now that you can confidently break the rules, it's time to get the lights set up. First, take a look at your location and start turning on and turning off lights. Open up shutters, turn on lamps, turn on overhead lights, light a fire in the hallway. I'm being informed that I can't say that without saying don't start a fire in your hallway. So just to be clear, don't. Once you've played around with your lights, hopefully you found what you wanted. For me, it was having this orange light on in the hallway and the lights on with this weird lamp thing. I also opened up the shutters and then I angled the shutters downward so that you have nice afternoon light coming into the room. I also kept on a kitchen light that you can't see in the shot, but it's pointed around the hallway and it helps add a little bit of highlight to subjects while they're within the room. Now that you have your lights, let's make them better. To do this, the easiest way is to just enhance the natural look. In my case, I added an orange gel that I wrapped around the glass chandelier in the hallway. This increased the tone of the light and it helped bring a little bit of color contrast to the scene. Jumping outside, I set up 2 lights being just above the window and angled them down. This lets the light come in more through the window without shining directly into it, which would reveal the light in the shot. To finish off the outside lights, I slapped a yellow gel on them to help emulate the evening light. Finally, I added a light pointed directly at the wall leading to the kitchen. This helped add a lot of contrast into the scene as it let the light almost cut right through the room. And that's the lighting setup. With this, I was able to get shots like this, and this. You can use these same ideas in your own films, such as wrapping gels around normal colored lights to help increase their color and their contrast, or adding more lights outside or shining through windows to help increase the light coming from outside or sunlight. You can also add in a light from outside the scene, such as my hallway one, that even though you don't see it, having it bounce off of something really helps add some highlight and adds a little bit more dimension to your shots. But in the end, again, it doesn't really matter how you use the lights. Just play around with them and make sure that you're getting the shots that you want. Now that we've covered lighting a scene on the inside, it's time to go outside. Just kidding. I haven't learned how to do that. Wish someone would have taught me after 3 years of college.